Hi, everybody. I'm going to get my paper to come and do our business meeting because there are things to talk about. We have some business meeting things to talk about. And if you're looking at your screen already, you might notice that big calendar got moved down. We'll mention the calendar during our business meeting, but then we will really talk about it during circle time. So get ready, because I'm coming in to the business meeting corner. Good morning. This is the calendar I was just talking about that you can, if you're looking at the screen, then you might be able to see a lot of the parts that this calendar is usually up high, but I have it down for a special reason for circle time today that we'll talk about. And that maybe you noticed I had some friends over here playing in some grass over here. And then these are the friends from circle time yesterday. I got a lot of these little friends here. I pretend these are you. I know they're not. So just to clarify that, that's just where I'm at. I know they're not real, but I like pretending they are. So let's get ready. I've got a checklist of things to talk to you about. I got a pencil, I've got my coffee, I've got my glasses, the alarm clock's about to go, and I'll tell you some things, and then we'll do some songs and games at circle time. So get ready, Freddie. The alarm clock will go in 3, 2, 1. I wonder if that alarm clock makes anybody feel wild. Sometimes when sounds are really sharp and long and loud, it can kind of make your whole brain feel wild about it. That might be happening to you. It makes my whole body, I notice that when the alarm clock goes, I have a very hard time staying still. Like I want to be like I'm the alarm clock. Well, thank you for coming to today's business meeting. This is like where we pretend that we are all grown-ups sitting around and talking about serious things. Like we have a meeting agenda. We talk about things. We learn some new lingo. That's like another fancy way of saying language about things that happen in offices and things. And we are a program. New Creation Preschool is an organization, so we have business things to talk about sometimes. And this is one of those times. So I reused a piece of paper, so some things are already marked off, but there are some things that are not marked off for today's business meeting, which is April 30, April 30, 2020. Thank you for being here. The first thing I would like to tell you all is that the grown-ups, if you are there, and if your grown-ups aren't there, you can let them know that I sent emails. If you used to come to preschool with me before spring break and we were in the room together when the letter of the week was T, so not that long ago when we were there, if you were there, I sent your grown-ups email so they can check that, okay? Also, I'll be having a meeting. Kids are allowed to come onto the computer about it, but I will be having a meeting sometime about kids who go to kindergarten and kids who go to preschool. And when you're 5 years old, sometimes you go to kindergarten and sometimes you go to preschool still. A lot of you know that already. You don't have to go to kindergarten when you're 5. You don't have to go to kindergarten, like you can be 6. So it's just a family plan and a school plan, and we're going to talk about that because there are a lot of questions coming about that. And now I've got some more things to tell you. Pam is a friend of mine from the computer, and she really liked the why joke about what's the letter of the week? Why? They laughed. Well, actually, I don't know, Pam, if you liked it. It sounds like your mom did, and that she laughed with somebody. So I guess I don't know if Pam liked it. Now I'm going to go back and say Pam's mom laughed hard with somebody else because she used the word we. We laughed hard. That means she and somebody else laughed hard. So someone in the house liked it. And good news for you, we're doing it again at circle time. Okay, so there's that. I have a message for my dog named Ginger, who I'm looking around. She's not in the room. That means she's probably downstairs on the couch. But I will let her know that Rosie and Lulu are dogs who say hi to Ginger. So that's a little dog communication I want to give. Also, I got a message about those little, they called peg dolls. These dolls that a lot of people do this work. A lot of people find these kind of shapes and then they paint them to look like people. There's an artist mom, Miss Hillary, whose daughter Leah says that she wants them. So if you make those, I really want to see them, because how people make them, it's a little bit different how everybody makes them, but I love looking at that. So that's a good message I got. Thanks for that. I want to say hi to some people who said hi to me, so you know I got your message that you said hi. Kayla, Jackson, Jacob, Kimberlyn, B, Lily, May, Molly, Davy, John, Anna B, Andrew, Sarah, Leah. And I know more of you were watching me, and I didn't get to talk to you yet. So I was just answering those other messages from them for now. Send me a message if you want to. I got your video, Kayla, Jackson, and Jacob. So thanks for that. I'll share it with the group on Friday. There's a big kid, like he might be a teenager, named Quinn. He knows some of these same songs. And I saw him when he was a tiny baby. So that's how time works. So I just want to say I got the message and I like that. And maybe Quinn will want his name in the box. We'll wait and see. Anna B is one of the people who I've been talking about. She used to live here close to the building. If I had the maps here, I'd show you. Now she's in Oklahoma, right? So Anna, I got your message and I love you and I miss you too. And then her mom and I were talking about this rainbow. Let me see if I can make you see it over there. I'm not even gonna try it because what if my phone falls? That rainbow that's underneath this calendar, I said, I think maybe Anna helped make that rainbow. Because Anna said, I like that rainbow. And I was like, Anna, I think you helped make it when you came to preschool with me. And then she's like, I don't think I did. So now I'm wondering, who helped make that rainbow? When I take this calendar down, make myself a note because, note, Miss Kristen, circle, rainbow on the wall. I want to finish this up. I want to know if any of you remember helping make it. I did not make that by myself. We made it at preschool. And I know you can't see it now very well at all, maybe. So we'll come back to that. That's what people do at business meetings sometimes. They'll say, let's table that. So if you're having a conversation with somebody and you're not ready to finish that, you can say, let's table that topic for later. Let's table that. That's kind of like, let's put that on the table and talk about other things. So let's table that. Okay. There are people yawning in Indiana. We read that yawn book yesterday. They were practicing. But what I don't know is if in your house, did your family make someone else yawn because you were yawning? I'm curious about that. Update about yesterday in that yawn book, there was a picture in an illustration about the buses in our book were running, and I wondered if there were buses going in any other town, any other city, any other part of the world. Update. Yes. Buses are running in Fresno. Fresno is in California. California is in the United States of America. California is in the United States of America, in North America, on planet Earth, in the universe. So that was good for me to hear. Okay, about yoga, I've got a couple updates. What time is it? Oh, good, I'm doing just fine. Yoga, those yoga cards I showed you, I like those too. One thing I don't like as much, if I was making them now, I would make the bodies look more different. You know how people's bodies are different? Just the way they are different. Not just like skin color. They have those differences in the yoga cards, but the shape. So I love those yoga cards. I wish they had different shapes of bodies. That's the only thing I wish. And you can find those in other places. But if you want to see more about the yoga cards that I had, I have put a link on the page here for you. So you can find that. If you can't, you can ask me. Also, that reminds me that I saw some pictures of people doing yoga. You've got some good form, kids. That means your body was doing those poses. You were stretching in a certain way. I guess I'm not surprised. I'm just glad to have seen it. And then there's a friend of mine from this time who has, so he's the uncle. He has a niece. That niece has a child who's 5 years old. And that niece, she's a yoga teacher for kids. And then her child and this great uncle are talking about this yoga thing, because what I noticed about the conversation I had with that man, CB, with his great nephew, who's 5 years old, he's a big kid. He's asking a lot of questions about this virus time, pandemic, and that reminded me to tell you all, please keep asking those questions to people. That is I almost said best, but I try not to be absolute. I'll just say that I believe is very helpful, is one of the best things you can do. Keep asking your questions. And your grown-ups might have to be like, wait, don't ask me any more questions now, I'm not ready. And that's okay. They might say, wait, talk to me a little bit, or ask me later. Last thing. This is super businessy. Put my glasses on for this one. New Creation Preschool is licensed with the state of Kansas. Miss Brenda and all the teachers who are going to be the teachers there have to take classes. I'd like you all to know that Miss Brenda is starting that process. That's a lot of classes. So you might wish her well when you think about her. Think, ooh, she's going to be on the computer a lot. She might get a sore body about that. She's going to learn so much. She loves learning. So that's really cool. The other thing I'll have you know is I am working on the fire inspection virtually. That means the firefighters and the fire marshals aren't coming into the preschool because I'm not there. And so the fire marshal isn't going to be there either. So we're doing it all by computer, which is very tricky and strange. And I will kind of say I don't like it. I don't know if they like it either. It's a lot of more work. It's different. So just going to let you know that. Just so you have an update on what's happening with our program. I got some fun news about this time. Look at this. Oh, wait, cross that off. I talked about that. Look at this list. The only thing not crossed out is that thing right there that I circled about the rainbow on the wall, because I don't want to cross that out. I want to talk about that some more. Remember, we tabled that. So we're going to talk about that again. But not before we do circle time. And I'm going to have to turn this right back on. And you'll see my apron. You'll see this shirt coming off, my apron coming on. And I'll be right back for circle time. Thank you for being here. See you in a moment.